the rock star's daughter. So it's June 2008, and I get a Facebook message from this girl who's the child of a famous rock star asking if I want to do a photo shoot together. And I'm like, yeah, I got nothing else going on. I said, what are we shooting? And she says, oh, I make clothing. I make knitwear. So I said, all right. So there's no budget. So I just go over to her house and pick her up. And we just go, just me and a camera, and take some pictures in the Hollywood Hills. And it went fine. And then a few days later, she asked if I wanted to come over. And we hung out at her house. And I met her mom. And then a few days after that, I get a call from Katy Perry, and she said, you're coming to my record release party, right? And I said, I didn't even know about it. And she goes, well, you're on the list +1, so please come. So I said, okay. So I asked this girl if she wants to join. So we joined. So I pick her up, and she gets in my car, and she's knitting. She's got like knitting needles and yarn in a plastic bag. And we get to the Viper room, and she's still knitting. And I go, let's get in the crunch. And she said, what's the crunch? I said, let's get up front. Let's get in it. And she goes, okay. So we get up, not against the stage, but we're like 3 people back, right in front of Katie's mic. And the house goes dim, and I said, hey, can you do me a favor? Can you just put the knitting stuff away while my friend's performing? Just only polite. And she goes, no. And I said, really? It's just not nice. Please? And she goes, no. I'll do what I want. So I'm like, ugh. So Katie comes out guns blazing, opens with I Kissed a Girl with like white arena light. And the Viper Room is a small place, but when it's packed, it's got energy. So Katie finishes that song, then she grabs an acoustic guitar, and she gets down on one knee, and she's fiddling with a pedal or a tuner or something, and she just looks me dead in the eye, and she goes, Nathan. So I get through, and I go, yeah, what's up? She goes, did you bring the See You Next Tuesday that's knitting during my show? And I said, I'm sorry, yes, I asked her not to, but she's doing it. And she goes, only you, Nathan. So I think it's pretty safe to assume that we're really not a fit. So we get in the car, and I'm just making small talk. I'm driving down Sunset. And I said, so what'd you think of the show? And she goes, well, she's cute. She's got really big boobs, but I really didn't hear any singles. And I said, really? And she goes, yeah. I said, because I heard like 5 singles. And she goes, I think I know a little bit more about music than you do. I come from a musical family. I said, yeah, your dad made like 62, 64 albums and had 1 hit, and it was a comedy novelty. I'm not sure you're right. And she was just rude. She was just like, yeah, great tips, no talent. So then when I dropped her off, she gave me a beanie that she knitted for me, I guess, previous, and got all name dropping. And she's like, oh, I made this same beanie for Tom Cruise. And it was one of those like baggy beanies like the Fari and like reggae stars wear. So about a year later, Katie's one of the most famous pop stars in the world. And just to be a jerk, I made a meme and I put it on Facebook that said, Katy Perry, great boobs, don't hear a single. And then I put the girl's name on it. And she blocked me, and that was that.